The world seemed to stop beating. Who would have thought that behind the magnificent sparkling lights of the New York City night, a deepest secret about an eternal promise was finally caught on camera? Jungkook's tears suddenly broke out uncontrollably, and what Taehyung whispered and did next is guaranteed to break your heart into pieces but warm it at the same time. Hello K-pop lovers! Welcome back to the Taekook Diary channel, the place where we share various warm moments, interesting stories, and sweet interactions between Taehyung and Jungkook that always make ARMY smile. That night in New York City, the air felt freezing and piercing to the bone, but there was an extraordinary warmth that suddenly enveloped the hearts of millions of ARMYs all over the world. It all started with an unexpected moment caught on camera, a moment so intimate and emotional that it made time seem to stop ticking completely. We all know how Taehyung and Jungkook always have a very special bond, a friendship that transcends the boundaries of time and space altogether. However, what happened under the sparkling lights of this city that never sleeps was truly beyond all of our expectations. Jungkook, the golden magne who usually always looks strong and cheerful, suddenly could not hold back his tears while staring intently at Taehyung. The look in his eyes implied thousands of meanings that could not be expressed in ordinary words. It was as if, in the middle of the bustling metropolitan city, there were only the two of them. The ARMYs were instantly hysterical. The night was getting late when Taehyung gently grabbed Jungkook's shoulder, a simple gesture we see often, but this time it felt completely different. There was a deep burden of longing and affection clearly painted on his handsome face. The cold night wind blowing seemed unable to penetrate the warmth of their interaction. At that moment, the camera captured the exact second when Jungkook began to share something highly personal, his voice sounding slightly trembling to hold back the overflowing emotions. He bowed his head for a moment, taking a very long deep breath before finally looking back at Taehyung with his teary eyes. Taehyung, as the brother and best friend who understands him the most, just listened silently with full attention. Occasionally he nodded his head with a calming thin smile, as if providing limitless support to Jungkook. In that magical silence, words seemed to be no longer needed. All the ARMYs were deeply moved by this beautiful moment. Suddenly, tears fell and wet Jungkook's cheeks, creating a wave of emotion that was so incredibly powerful and overwhelming. Taehyung, seeing this, instantly changed his sitting position, moving closer to immediately give him the warmest hug possible. That hug was not just an ordinary embrace that we often witness when celebrating a grand victory. It was an embrace of pure protection, where Taehyung seemed to promise to be his favorite little brother's shield. Through lip movements recorded by fan cameras, many are convinced that Jungkook was expressing a very sincere thank you. He was incredibly grateful because Taehyung never once let him feel utterly alone in difficult times. They both successfully passed the test of time together, from their trainee days to being at the peak of popularity. A lifelong promise seemed to be spoken clearly even without a voice in the middle of that cold night. The ARMYs must have been getting goosebumps watching this amazing moment. Beautiful memories instantly spun in Jungkook's mind as he stared sharply at Taehyung's face that night. Since the very beginning of BTS's formation, Taehyung has always had his own unique way of making him feel incredibly safe. When the world felt so heavy, Taehyung always stepped forward to be the most sincere and loyal comforter. We all definitely remember clearly when Jungkook was still very shy, Taehyung was always faithfully standing right beside him. He continuously encouraged him, slowly holding his hand, leading him out of that shell of deep fear. Now, in the midst of the glittering majesty of New York, that strong inner bond is proven to have never faded. Taehyung's intense gaze seemed to confirm that he would never let his little brother's tears of sadness fall again. Even if he had to cry, let it be tears of pure joy because they will always have each other's backs. Every single second of this dramatic moment is truly thrilling for us to watch as ARMY. Interestingly enough, this touching moment in New York seemed to reopen our old memories about their past promises. Many fans immediately connected it with various intimate Taekook conversations on the In the Soup show back then. There, they once sat together under the sparkling stars, discussing their life goals and the deep dynamics of their friendship. That night in a different city, the essence of their conversation seemed to be repeated but with a much deeper emotional level. Taehyung, who used to listen to Jungkook's complaints, now stands as a pillar of absolute strength that will never be shaken. The tears that fell from Jungkook's eyes tonight were not a symbol of weakness, but rather proof of his soul's maturity. He finally dared to show his most fragile side in front of someone he truly values and trusts completely. It is truly an outstanding character development that makes millions of ARMYs feel proud and moved to see the love between the two of them. No one can ever deny how massive Taehyung's influence is on the incredible development of Jungkook's current personality. From a terribly shy teenager from Busan, he grew up to become a global megastar who is highly confident and extraordinarily strong. However, behind the scenes of all that grandeur, Jungkook is still essentially a little brother who desperately needs his faithful protector. Taehyung always knows exactly when to step forward to hug him tightly, and when to step back to give him enough space. This perfect balance is what makes Taekook's friendship dynamic so incredibly special and absolutely impossible for anyone else to replicate. As the harsh New York winter wind continued to blow hard that night, the undeniable warmth of their embrace pierced through our screens. Many ARMYs all over the world cried along, feeling the positive energy from these two sincere humans. It's as if there is a beautiful guarantee that whatever happens, they will always protect each other. This highly emotional moment in New York slowly reveals the true fact of how meaningful their presence is to each other. Taehyung is not just a regular group mate, but an essential part of his soul that always provides absolute tranquility. For Taehyung, Jungkook is the most beautiful gift whose sweet smile must be protected in every step of his life. When Jungkook's tears broke that night, we were all shown how fragile yet simultaneously strong their inner bond actually is. Every single drop of tears that fell seemed to carry a powerful message that they are ready to face the harsh world as long as they stay together. The limitless support given by Taehyung that night confirms that true love is always present in the most difficult times. No wonder the hashtag about this Taekook moment in New York immediately topped global trending topics for days. ARMY simply cannot stop talking about and resharing the clip, because its beauty pierces right into our deepest souls. Looking at this beautiful journey, we are reminded that the sincere love and support between Taehyung and Jungkook is a very real miracle. They have taught all of us about the true meaning of friendship, boundless loyalty, and the promise to protect one another in the midst of life's harshest storms. This heartbreakingly emotional crying moment in New York is just one of the many proofs that their hearts will always be tightly intertwined forever. Well, right now I really want to know what your honest opinions are, my beloved ARMYs. How did you feel when you first saw Jungkook break down in tears and Taehyung immediately hugging him so tightly? Did you also cry tears of joy like I did? Come on, quickly share your heart and honest reactions in the comments section down below. Let's have a warm discussion. If you enjoyed this emotional story, don't forget to click like, subscribe to the Taekook Diary channel, and make sure to share this lovely video with other ARMYs.